Welcome back, everybody. I'm back from Google Hell. I'm surprised I can talk. My brain is almost mush from having to deal with all the technical jargon of the support team. Um, you would think they would understand that there's a lot of people out there that are not tech savvy. Um, but I managed, thanks to my son that helped me understand things. And I was able to get it back. And I'm just relieved. God, I'm relieved. So on the 19th, I went to log in and I couldn't. And then I went and typed in my name. And then I saw that this Tesla had taken over my channel and tried to go through Google and found out they also took my Google account, which was very scary. And that's when hell started, because there is literally no information online to get a hold of anybody to talk to. Aileen, I'm back. Thank God. Janice, hi. I'm just talking about the hell I went through. It was hell, literally. It's just crazy that they make it so difficult to find support when things like this happen. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why everything is like hidden. It's almost like the government. And even when you do find someone, it's difficult because I don't know if I was talking to AI or an actual person, because before I finally got a hold of them, I had tried all of the links that they were giving me to try. And I kept telling them I can't do that because my Google account, all my passwords, all my emails had been changed. And I was no longer able to use the two-step verification because my phone number was changed also. I don't know how they did it. And they kept, try this. And then if that doesn't work, go to the escalation support. And then they ask the exact same things for you to do that you just told them you can't do because you don't have an email or phone number or password anymore. It was hell. I was literally sick to my stomach. I And I couldn't even tell what day it was. My brain was mush, basically. And then finally, the guy or whoever it was, I don't know, it must have been a guy at this point, um, finally said, if this doesn't work, then do a screen video of how you're doing your, how you did what I asked you to do. And that was the only time that they actually said, oh, you don't have a password. Like, duh. Have you not been listening to me? Like, oh my God. It's like they don't read your email or something. I don't know. So that was when they actually realized what was going on. And then they gave me a different form to fill out. And then they actually went into my Google account and closed it down. And then gave me all this other stuff to do. And that's when I got my email. The next day, try this. And then that's when it worked. Thank goodness. Hey, Jilly, G3, Janice, good to see you all. I literally was expecting not to have this channel anymore. It was that bad. And the channel, I don't know if you've been on it, looked at my videos, but a lot of them aren't there anymore. I had 400 videos and I have about 100 and something now. So I'm just waiting for an email from YouTube to see if they can get them back or something. I don't know. But I only have, in the video section, only 36 videos. Now it's different on the playlists, but they're not all there either. Hey, Malia. Kathy, I'm so sorry this happened to you. What can we do to be secure anymore if they can get in so deep? I know, exactly. Because I had everything. I had two-step verification. I had codes, everything. And they were able to get past. And you know how they did it? I'll tell you. So watch out for this. And the sad thing about it, when I went on Twitter and it was Team YouTube, and thank goodness Pacola gave me that and guided me through that, or I wouldn't be here. So hats off to Pacola. Helen, thank you so much if you're listening. But if you go on Team YouTube, about every 5 minutes, you'll see a bunch of messages come up to them with the same darn problem that's going on. This has been going on for 2 years. You would think they'd find some way to stop this person from doing it. And it's the same Tesla Live, I think it was called. Hey, Kim. So I had to change. Oh my gosh, I'm still working on it. Every email, every password for every site that I've ever been on. It's like a horror story. Even my Patreon, and I don't, if there's any of you that are on my Patreon, it's open again. And I haven't gone through all of the videos. So if you find one that isn't open, you'll have to give me some time because that's probably one that was deleted. But the good thing about Patreon is they just started the ability to upload directly to Patreon instead of having to go through Vimeo or YouTube. So I'll be posting on their Patreon. But it was because I'm not a techie person, so my brain was mush, literally mush. I couldn't even think straight. My son had to cook dinner. I just, I get up from the couch and go to do something and totally forget what it was I was going to do. And oh my gosh. So I'm so glad. I can't imagine these huge channels that lose their accounts. And luckily he wasn't able to get into my AdSense. That was the only one that he couldn't get into because he didn't know my outside the internet, as far as banking and stuff. He didn't know my password. He couldn't get it. So thank goodness for that. But as I was redoing all of my passwords and stuff through Google, you get to see your activity and stuff and who's been logging in with what device and all that. And the device was from, guess where? Take a good guess. Hey, Barbara. Nope, not Nigeria. Take a guess. See, that was 8 and a quarter, so 4 and this is, I'm going to do some watercolor here. So 5.5. I'm going to make some Christmas cards. Nope, not the US. Nope. I'm surprised you haven't thought of it. I'll tell you. Russia. From Russia, with love. That was your first guess? Yep. Yep. And I'll tell you how he got in. There's a few YouTubes that are spreading the news of what to look for and what to beware of. Hi, everyone that came in. So, I don't know if you remember a few weeks back, I got a strike. I don't know if I told anybody or not. I can't remember. Everything's such a blur anymore. I got a strike on my, what I thought was a strike on my YouTube channel. this is straight. It looks straight to me. And I got an email from a YouTube, and you can tell, usually you can tell in your email, it'll show who it is from, right? Well, it said Norplay, YouTube, all that stuff. It looked all legit and everything, and said you have a strike, copyright strike for, I think it was music. So I thought, oh, okay, that's weird. And then it says your strike is on. Your strike information can be found here. And it had a link to Google Docs. So I thought, okay. So I pressed it and I found it and I pressed it, but nothing was happening. It wouldn't open, I thought. And then I contacted YouTube. And when you have you're monetized, it's a little easier getting a hold of them through your channel. And I was able to chat with them, and I said, I just got a strike for, and I don't see it on my channel. There's nothing on my channel stating that. So do I have a strike or do I not have a strike? You sent me an email. And he said, oh, well, can you send me that or take a screenshot of that email and send it to me? And I said, sure. So I screenshotted it. And he looked at it. He says, oh, geez. Well, there must be something here. I'll go take a look. And he looks at my stuff and it says, well, no, I don't see any strike. It looks like you're good. It says, I don't understand this. And he says, just wait a minute. I'm going to go to my superiors and find out what's going on. So he was gone for like 10 minutes. He kept coming back and saying, sorry, you have to wait so long and all that stuff. And he came back and he said, this person that sent you the email, she doesn't work here. She doesn't work for Google. I don't think, he says, this is the best fake email we've ever seen, because it was an actual Google address, but the person that was stated in that address didn't work there. So somehow they used their Google addresses and added their name to it somehow. And they said, the only thing, he says, I'll tell you, is that if we had a strike on you, we would not give you a Google account. Or, a Google Docs to look at. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, so what should I do? And he says, delete your Google, the Docs document and that email, shred it. And I said, okay. And everything was peachy keen for a couple weeks. And then, bam, hell broke loose. And so I did go on YouTube and try to see if anyone else had this. And there's been some huge channel. McCreamy had 4 million subscribers. He got hacked. There's a bunch of them that got hacked. And then finally, this real tech savvy guy that does hacking stuff had a video about it. And he said it was the best he's ever seen. And not many people can recognize it. And he went through the whole process of how he had to read the the computer jargon. He had to open that up and very carefully look through every single number and dash and everything. And he found one little thing that was the difference. One. And that was, he says, as soon as you went to Google Docs, they had you. So if you get a YouTube email and you swear it's right from Google or YouTube, do not open it. Go to YouTube support first to make sure they sent you something. That's how good they are now. Because I had two-step verification on everything. And they got through. So they were able to slide through my Google account through Google Docs. Banks are starting to have that happen in the States where the bank actual number texts you about your account being compromised. Yeah, it's getting scary, guys. I get full warnings about closing my account with Amazon all the time. Yeah. They have been changing my language to Spanish. Oh, wow. So they're able to get into your account, Kat? You might have to change your account or talk to them. Have you changed your passwords and your emails for that? You might have to. I had someone hack my Disney account and change all my languages and watch a ton of. Yeah, I've had that happen too. I had it happen to my Netflix. Somebody in Portugal was watching my channels, changed everything. So, yeah, it's pretty scary that they can do that. Like, it almost seemed like if you do a lot of banking through your phone or if you do everything through your phone, they're able to get in easily. I don't typically buy a whole lot through like different sites. I don't do that. The only site I buy stuff through is Amazon. Because you don't know who to trust anymore. You changed is it still coming up then? You might have to put a special two-way or change your email. It's scary. It really is scary. All right, I'm going to make a winter scene here. Better do something. You guys are going to get bored. And I'm just going to wet maybe I'll just do one at a time. So I want to wet this paper. And I'm going to do a night scene. I use the private windows on Safari for most things. It happens. Yeah. I know, it's really scary. And then I had my Instagram. You remember that? That was about a month ago. Get closed on me because of suspicious activity. I was managed to get that back fairly easily. may as well do a couple at a time. So really, really take a look at your emails before you open them. And if it's a surprise to you guys, like when you get an email like that and you know there shouldn't be a strike or a problem with your YouTube, open your YouTube first before you open that email, just to see, because there should be something on your where they say copyrights and all that stuff. And if you don't see anything, then more than likely it's somebody trying to make you open that email. I always get those emails too for delivery and all that stuff, or packages waiting for you, that type of thing. And with things getting the way they are, like super tight for most people because of all the economic craziness, there's desperate people do desperate things. That's the way I look at it. Pink Girl Lori had one of those Amazon hacks. The info they had and knew about her purchase was crazy. Oh wow. Yeah, it's pretty scary. It's crazy what hackers can do nowadays. And it doesn't matter how fast they try to fix the problems. There's these people that are finding new ways every day of breaking through. It's too bad these genius hackers doesn't do something for the good instead of the bad. Hey, Karen. Good to see you. Oh, no problem, Karen. I just thought I'd reach out. Just trying to find something, eh? You reach out to whoever you can. Hey, Kathy. Are you in was it PEI, Karen? Or are you still in Kitchener? No, moving to Nova Scotia. Oh, okay, Nova Scotia. I wasn't sure what. In June. Oh, exciting. It's exciting building a new house. And Nova Scotia is beautiful. You'll love it, I'm sure. Yeah, so that was my excitement for the week. I don't recommend it for anybody. Okay, I want to dry this before. Well, no, maybe I'll add. I'm going to add a little bit darker now. So I'm just using Payne's Gray. And I'm going to add Sky. So I'm doing the opposite. So this color I have on right now is basically going to be the cloud cover because it's nighttime. So this is still wet. And I'm going to let it bleed. Can't wait to move there. I know I will love it. Is your daughter going to be staying in Ontario, or is she planning on moving too? Yes, she's staying here. Okay. She's gonna miss you. And you're gonna miss her. And just keep adding. Just to darken areas. Yeah. Just let it bleed a little bit. You can take stuff away too. So you can just take your paper towel or let's see. I have a Kleenex here. Usually it's a little better, and you just crumple it up. You can make any shape you want. Yes, it will be an adjustment. But it's good for you. It's a beautiful, is it a small town you're going to? Because I find small town living is so relaxing. People are nice. Now this is going to have a little bit of buckling, but I'm not too worried about that. Oh, that's not bad. Perfect. Sounds like the best of two worlds then. Awesome. Yeah, you're going to love that. Get away from the hustle and bustle, but still be able to go in and spend a time theater or whatever. Now I even like the water it's just kind of giving me a little bit of blooming, but that's kind of cool. I'm gonna tilt. This is just on a piece of, it's a top from a box. Just want to see what it does when I do this. Just to let it bloom a little bit. That was our thought, yeah. Okay, I'm going to dry this with my heat gun. Let's see. So, of the Americans, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a great holiday and weekend. Long weekend? I guess you guys would have a long weekend now, wouldn't you? So as you know, watercolor lightens as it dries. That's kind of nice. It's kind of a nice soft look to it. I always like doing this type because I see things in it. Like these here, they kind of look like trees tops that have got frost on them. This one's nice and cloudy. This one looks like a bunch of trees in the like a distant type of landscape. Okay, I'll show you. See that one? Doesn't that remind you of frost on tops of a bush or tree top? I don't know if whoever's experienced winter, you'll sometimes get the frost effect on top of your trees. So the trees go white. This is a nice cloud variation. This one reminds me of far distant trees in a horizon. And then there's that one. That could be, again, clouds. We can turn it around too. And it's a landscape. There you go. Landscape, automatic. Isn't that cool? So there's the daylight, and there's the nighttime. I think that's cool. So let's see what we can do with these now. Oh, this one definitely reminds me of the landscapes and clouds. So what we'll do, I want to put a little bit of snow and stuff in here. So I already see a difference in color right here. And we could use that to our advantage. And maybe I'll put this over here. And what we'll do, I'm going to add a little bit of French ultramarine to my Payne's Gray, just to lighten it up a little bit. Give a little bit of more of a blue tinge to it for the snow. And let's see. So let's have hills and then some trees, I guess. So, and we could use gouache too for bits of this also. And just thinking here. So the shadows would be in here. So let's wet this first, I think. So if we want to add a little bit of this. And let's put a little bit in here. So I'm just making some hills. It's kind of hard to see. Take the top light off. That better? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to soften this a little bit. Like that. And I think we want to put some really dark trees. So I'm going to get more of the Payne's Gray, real thick consistency. And maybe a little bit of umber, darken it even more. It's almost a black. Hi, Fox Gang. So we're going to add some trees here and there. So let's put just small amounts of tree. So let's put a bunch of fir trees. I'm just using the tip of my brush. And you can make them as big or as small as you want, and that will change the perspective. So this one's kind of in the distance. And if you don't go past the hill, it makes it look like it's just over the horizon. Oh, made it spread. Oh well. Let's put a couple more in here. And I'm not worried about that spreading because it actually can act as a shadow. So say there's a moon here, we could put a moon in. And your trees don't have to be a perfect shape, because a lot of times the trees in the wild are quite odd shaped because of the weather and whatnot. Okay, and then we can put maybe one right in here. So it could be a little bigger because it's in front. Now we're working our way towards me so that we get bigger. That is a little bit wet, but I don't mind it. Maybe make way over here some distant ones, so real tiny ones. So you won't recognize them necessarily as individual trees. Just dabbing, really, like that. Oh, I've got Top Chat on. I hope I didn't miss anybody. All right, so we'll leave that for now so it dries. And this one is almost painted by its own. It kind of looks like a tree line right there. So let me look at it. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of a snow hill there. And let's put one over here. All right. And then maybe just a bit. Could have some trees in there. Well, let's finish the snow part. Now let's see, if I turn this around, that's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of frosted bushes. What else could we do with this? Could almost make those into fuzzy birds too. Well, let's should I do? This is Payne's Gray. I think probably would be difficult to remove any of this, but I could put gouache on top. Well, let's do the nighttime for now. We could always do that again another time. I like this because it does look like trees and stuff here. So let's just emphasize that tree. Okay, these look like little bushes and stuff in here. Still wet. So this could be a tree in here. Bigger one. Let's put a bigger one in, I guess, right there. Sometimes the trees are half buried because the snow's so deep. Maybe one in here. Let's put one right here, big one. I'm just using the very tip of my brush. And I don't want to go past this hilltop, so we'll just end there. So it looks like it's peeking through. And I'm going to soften that mix with a bit of water and make a little bit lighter back in here. So let's just put a few lighter ones in here, just to show that it's sitting back from this other one. have to make sure I don't get too close with it. So the lighter colors or when you go back further, the color gets lighter, not darker. So I guess we could put a few in here. I'm just going to dab more or less. Don't really need too much of a form with this because they're so small. Be on a hill. And maybe some in here. That. I think I need one right in here, bigger one. That. Okay. Okay, so now I do have some gouache in my little palette. Oh, it's got gold in it. I'll put it on this, I guess. Let's see. And I don't like using my good brushes with gouache, so I am going to use one of my other brushes. And let's see. There it is. So we can make a little bit of this white up. Now I'm going to mix a little bit of this Payne's Gray with it, though. I don't want it white because it's nighttime, so it's not going to be a bright white. A bit of water. Maybe a little more. Okay. And we're just going to dab on some of these tree limbs here. And I'm just going to dab. You can miss some. They don't have to be on every single limb. Now that this blue will probably go through some of this gouache and won't be as bright anyways, but Yeah, just do the ones that are up front, not all of the ones in the back. They're light enough as it is, so you can decide which branches need the snow on. Like so. Thanks, Pam. This one here, put some on there too. Maybe these are so simple to do. You guys can make a whole bunch of these in no time, and I like them. I think they're so cute. You can add all kinds of stuff to them. If you want to do the moon in there, you could put the moon in, or you could even do a silhouette of Santa Claus going across the moon. That. Just put a few in here because this paint is fairly dark here. Just do it a few dabs here and there, not a lot. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow in there. This one, a little bit more. And I think I'm going to put a moon in here. So we'd have the shadow. So this is let's see, a bit lighter. You don't want it as dark as the tree. Just like that. That one, maybe a little bit in here, not much though. This one here. Be darker in there. That. A little bit. I don't think I'm gonna bother to. Oh, let's put a little bit of water under here and just a smidge, let it run. All right, now let's get a Deerfoot stippler, and I'm going to get a baby wipe. It's Jilly. So I'm going to put a moon in here, I guess. Let's. Okay. Then I'm going to just take some white. I'm going to put my moon in. Let it dry. And maybe one in here too. Why not? Let's see. I guess we can put it right in here. Kind of a foggy moon. All right, so let's dry that. Okay, so now what I want to do is put some snowflakes in. So I'm going to take a fan brush. Let's see. Do I have a small one? Yep. And make it the consistency fairly soupy. I'm just going to take this. And just going to tap. These are bigger. Snowflakes. Okay. Love the moon, so mysterious, like the nightmare before Christmas. This is my horror of Google coming through my heart. Hi, Safia. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. Okay. Let's try and make these into trees. So I'm going to get a smaller brush for trees, and let's make a few hills. This one's fairly, let's see, a little bit of all right. My brush, soften the one side. That. And maybe here too. So just one side you want to soften, and you leave the other side hard. It gives you a snow look. We could put a snowman on one, maybe. That might be cute. I think I want this to be a tree. So let's play. This is when you can play to just try things. It's the best way to figure things out is just to do it. So fairly light. So if this was a tree up front, I'm going to make it, let's say it's still a little bit. And we could poof there. And maybe we'll put one there. Here. Like that. This can always be vines or whatever. What's that called? Ivy going up the tree. Let's wipe that a little bit, I think. And it's kind of spooky. See, we could make a little snowman right in here. Let's put him in first, I think. Let's get a little bit more. A bit more of the wash. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a little snowman right here. So we'll just like that, and little body, and then a little head. That. And let him dry. And while he's drying, we'll make some more trees. Let's see. This could be a tree here or a cloud. Let's make it a yeah, let's make it a tree. Let's make it a split tree. Okay. That. And then bring it down here. Like that. You can't see the snowman, but I will put shadows on him as soon as he's dry. So it's a little bit of this dark to make some way distant trees in the back here. So let's put a few. Here. You could have a mix of different types of trees too. You just don't have to do these. You know, experiment. See what kind of trees you'd like. You could even do bushes too. Doesn't have to be just pine trees. It could be all kinds of different types. It's fun to do them though. So you just have to play. It doesn't take much to make a hedgerow. Okay, maybe just gonna put a few other limbs in here. And let's see, maybe a few in here, way far back. That. And just little stems peeking through here and there. That'll help with showing that it's a tree. You could even have little stems coming out of the top too. You don't have to just stop at where the white is. You can make all kinds of little bits here and there. You could take a fine liner and do that too if you wanted to. I love those paintings. So lovely and peaceful. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Okay, maybe some little tufts of grass here and there. Play with it. And let's dry that. All right, now let's shade him up a little bit. Hi, Peggy. Happy Thanksgiving to you. You're busy cooking? What are you having? Turkey? Is that your typical? What do you typically have? Do you stick to turkeys, or are you just different types of meat? Or maybe you're a vegetarian. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of that mix again. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue in there, the cobalt blue. And being that he's I don't have a moon in here, so we could have the sunlight shine, or not sunlight, the moonlight, or just the fact that the snow is so bright, sometimes it looks like there's a moon out, but it's not. It's just the snow is bright. So we can have a little bit of shadow coming up his from the bottom, just to bring him out a little bit, and then just wet the edge so it softens it a bit. Like that. Then on the next level of his snowball, so just kind of going up halfway with this one, just a little bit. You just let the blue paint go up just slightly. Don't cover the whole thing in blue. And then his head, we can put a little scarf on him too. Turkey, mashed potatoes, glazed carrots, peas, and onion biscuits, peak pie. Oh, that sounds so good. Yum. I love turkey. There. Okay, that's a little guy. I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom here. A little thicker around there. Like that. And right around here. I'm going to have a hat on him, I think. We'll see. I'm going to use a little bit of that white watered down gouache now. And I'm going to add a little bit to the trees here. So I'm going to just put a little bit of snow right in the Ys of the branches. Here and there. And I'm going to speckle, I think. Just a little bit in here. Now, there can be a shadow again, if you want. So there'd be, say, shadow coming this way towards you. Just a little bit in there. For the and in here. Let's see. Like that. And I don't think we have to worry too much about that. Maybe a little bit on the very bottom. Don't bring it out too far because those are far away. And soften it. Don't leave a line. There. And this little guy can have some too. Like that. Bit more in there, I think, just to darken it. It'll be darker right along the edge where it meets, like that. Oh, hi, Mary. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. You'll have to go in the beginning and hear my story. I gave some things to watch out for. Because even the Google people, YouTube people, were surprised at how good they were. So just a few heads up. So I wouldn't want anyone to go through that. It was horrible. Here we go. There's my little guy. And we could, oh yes, we could put a little face on him, or you could have him facing the other way. You know, I could put maybe Santa going through here, or maybe just a star. Well, let's do that. Yeah. A lot of times this is how I work. I just do things as I go. Things come to me, and then, oh, let's try this. Let's see. I think he's facing the other way, so let's give him little arms. Like that. I'm going to make a nice shining bright star. So let's see, we'll put one right in here. And then I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to just swipe it, mark it. A little bit more. Boop. There we go. Let's see if I can pick this up. Yeah. Like that. I think that looks cute. All right. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. All kinds of stuff was going through my head. Like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna? Because I get, I live off of what you guys give me in my memberships. So it's still building, and I thought, oh no, I spent 10 years building this channel up. I can't possibly do that again. And I don't, I'm not saying I use just YouTube to live off of, but it helps pay the bills. Let's put it that way. Okay, what should I do with this one? What do you guys see? Do you want it to be a daytime one? So let's see, like that. Voila, it's daytime. These could be bushes and stuff. Or do you like the nighttime scene? Let's try, what the heck? Let's try this. I haven't done this before, so it'll be interesting. So, let's see. I could just do pen work first with this too. Think. Like this looks like a tree to me. So let's put a tree in here. Or bushes, something. being that it's winter, maybe it's just the start of winter and the ground is still bare. Let's see. Nope. It's fun to do these. I'm gonna get out maybe my black pen too. Let's try. I want to have some kind of. Let's try a sea sponge. And I'm just going to dip it in my Payne's Gray and lightly touch. And it'll leave very light marks. You could put a few in here. Like that. And then, let's see, if I got a really small liner brush. Let's see. That might work. Let's see. So then you can make smaller marks. So as you go up the tree, your marks will be smaller. I know this is kind of fiddly, but I like this type of work. I love detail. So I don't mind doing this type of thing. It might not be what you like, but it's kind of like doodling to me. I know a lot of people like to do Zentangles or, that type of thing. This is my relaxing thing I go to. I guess that's why I like doing drawing and faces and that type of thing with a lot of detail. Yeah, you just kind of go in your own little world. That's what I like. Just spend hours and hours, and before you know it, you look up and it's like 5 hours later. It's fun. I guess this is more or less intuitive or spontaneous watercolor, I guess you could say, where you just let the paint guide you, the marks in how it spreads and textures and that type of thing. And just play with what you see. I like doing that a lot with faces too. So I'll just put on a bunch of paint, maybe add some saran wrap to it to make textures in the watercolor. I'll bring you guys in with this one. So, and you look for things like eyes or a nose or that type of thing. And then you just play with it. And it's a good way to practice with using a small brush or water ratios also. So it's a good thing to try. Good practice for you. So I'm just making this up by what I have on this page already. So I'm assuming that this is all in the bush area or a woods or maybe a ditch or that type of thing. You can add as much or as little. You can also add more paint if you want, like more blotches here and there too. You don't have to just stick with what you have already. You can always add to it. It's very relaxing. Main thing is to enjoy what you're doing. Don't rush. It's supposed to be enjoyable, not stressful. If you don't get done right away, that's okay. Okay, so there's a little bush there. Let's put a few more smaller peek throughs. Like that. Maybe we'll have more in there. Like that. You could darken some areas too if you wanted to. It looks like this could be, oh, I don't know, maybe could have a few grasses maybe. Could also take away stuff too if you want. A little darker in here maybe. Let's see. Okay, let's take this brush. And right in here kind of looks like here. Guess I need a stiffer brush. Let's just remove a little bit. Right right in there, around that. And this kind of reminds me of a river or something that's just in front of this tree here. Just soften the edges a little bit. That. And then we can take and let's take that sponge again, and I'm just gonna crumple it so it's a small print right there. And maybe right in here too. Okay. What can we find here? So there's probably some more stems I could put in here. Oop. Right here. I think this one can have a few very fine details in here. Another tree. That doesn't have to show the whole tree either. It's interesting how you can get away with stuff. Maybe some grasses. Along here. And maybe a few in here, but we'll just add small ones. Just to give that indication of something over there. And I'm going to soften it a little bit with water. Like that. A little bit. Let's see. A little darker in here, I think. Just underneath these trees. Use a little bit of a river coming in there. Soften it. Hi, Leanne. Soften that a little bit. Doesn't take much. And let's see, what else can we do here? Let's darken some of this underneath the tree. Be a little bit darker. I'm gonna just take just right underneath here, and I'm gonna wet it. And then I'm just gonna drop in some of this dark here and there and let it spread in that dark. Same within here. Put a little more water in there. Right in here, we'll make it real dark. I'm going to make this dark in here. Right in here. Right in there. Okay. Just dab your towel on it. We'll give it a little texture too, which is kind of cool. All right. And well, let's see. Let's put a little birds flying. Like that. And should we put any white in? It's kind of like a foggy looking type of silhouette. I'm going to put a real light just a few in here just to give it a little more depth. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for that one. So that is a daylight one, and see how you could just change it up by playing with what you already have from the paint, the way it moved and the way it fell. So this is more or less spontaneous watercolor. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a few more marks of snow in there. I like snow. I'm just going to use my toothbrush. This will be a little bit finer. And they will start to dissipate a little bit because the blue tends to seep through the white. Now let's take the this one on top. I like to heat gun the washi tape and then take it off. Bring you out a little bit. There you go. So take these off. Okay, so there's our, now I can just cut these and use them as cards. So just sign them and see how the snow kind of dissipated. So let's put a little bit more on. Gosh, a little bit thicker paint. You could probably spray this if you wanted to, so it doesn't disappear as much. Let's just thicken this up a little bit. This one doesn't have as many. See if that does anything. Okay. There they are. And this one. That one. Okay, so I'll just sign them and they're ready to put on cards. Now they are a little wonky, as you can see. That's easy enough to do. You could actually put a piece of parchment paper over top and iron it, and it'll lay flat then. All right, so that's it for today, and I want to thank everybody that stuck by me while I went through the hacker hell, and I'm back. So we'll see you on Tuesday, and I should have my streams up for all my members on Patreon and also on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, there's a join button underneath beside the subscribe, and you can check that out, or you can go on my Patreon, Kathy Arbor, so patreon.com, Kathy Arbor, and hope to see you there. All right, so have a fantastic holiday, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye for now.